So here's a look at my Super Nintendo collection. Again, there's a few I know that are missing or stolen or whatnot, or lost, who knows. But there's Spawn. For a long time, I liked collecting the toys. I don't have any more of them. But the Spawn movie that came out was really good, and really good game. It was like a beat-em-up type, like side-scrolling. It was good. Rival Turf, great beat-em-up game. Actually, no, this one was decent, but the one that was part 2, it was called Brawl Brothers or something, was really good. This one was just mediocre, but it was still good. Rocky vs. Rocky, no, Rocky and Rocky. I don't know where I got this. Definitely not from my collection. PVT. What the hell kind of initials are those? But yeah, got some crazy ass old sticker residue on it. Mega Man X. Awesome game. Mario All-Stars. Mario Paint. Still have the mouse, and the pad's probably somewhere, but still have the mouse, and love Mario Paint. If I can ever find it, I used to do little short animated cartoons using Mario Paint and two VCRs. Little editing technique back in the day of before computer editing. You know what I mean. Rock and Roll Racing. This was like my favorite Super Nintendo game. Oh my god. It's basically like RC Pro-Am. Let me see. Maybe I'm wrong. I could have swore Blizzard worked on this game. Maybe I'm just making that up. But you know, Blizzard is they make that drug called World of Warcraft and such titles. But this game was awesome. RC Pro-Am, like on crack. It had like a classic rock soundtrack. Really got you into the game, but in like there was upgrades and a little bit of customization. Awesome game. The Winter Olympics. Probably never even played that game. Street Fighter 2. Awesome. You know, Street Fighter 2. I had this awesome controller that was Super Nintendo controller that was specifically made for Street Fighter, and I can't even like it was just built perfectly. Like you kind of held it like this, and then like instead of, you know, the triggers, like it just had this 6-button style, like kind of like a Genesis controller, like tilted this way. It just fit so perfectly in your hand. It was so great. I'm sure it's at my grandmother's house or something, but yeah, it was so good. And like I preferred it over any Super Nintendo controller. Fighter's history. If you don't know the history on this, basically it's Street Fighter 2. Like, I'm pretty sure, not 100%. Capcom sued Data East because this is literally the same game. The characters look different, but like I don't know if it was something with the game engine or just the character. Like most of the characters were like exactly the same. You know, in Street Fighter there was like you know, a fighter from each nation type deal. This was the same thing. Like graphics, gameplay, everything was like the same exact game. I mean, overall, it was a good game, but it literally was a copy of this. I don't know if they like somehow hacked into the, who knows, but Fatal Fury 2, RoboCop 3, Donkey Kong. It's the only one I have. I never got the other ones. That's all you need, though. Taz. I don't know why I have that for 2 consoles, but X-Men. This one was it was weird because Genesis had the first two X-Men, and Nintendo didn't have one. But they got Capcom to do a game, and this game was really hard, but it was actually really good. And the Sega ones were great too, but totally different. But I don't know why a lot of X-Men games are just really, really hard. Let's see, and then I'm so mad. The only reason I bought on the Super Nintendo was for Killer Instinct. You see this invisible game here? Killer Instinct, I don't know where it is. I hope nobody stole it. I'm sure it's just lost. Hopefully I didn't lose it in a move or something, but, best game for Super Nintendo in my opinion. It was a black cartridge. You probably know what it looks like, but it was the greatest game, ever for Super Nintendo. And then, we got some. I have a very limited selection of regular Game Boy games. Pokemon Pinball still works, still rumbles. A lot of fun. Pinball is nothing special, but this was actually pretty fun, especially if you're a Pokemon fan. Pokemon Silver, enough said. Pokemon Alone held Nintendo for years. I'm missing my blue. I'm really pissed off. I have no idea what that is. Killer Instinct. Oddly enough, I liked Killer Instinct enough to have it for Game Boy. Mario Land. God knows where I got this. Look, it just looks like someone pooped on it and then wrote Mario Land 2, but it does work. Iron Man XO. I don't know, it's crap. Tetris. Best game ever made. For Game Boy Advance, I just have Sonic Advance, which was good. Dexter's Chess, Dexter's Chess, just chess with Dexter's laboratory characters. I really like that cartoon. But it's nothing special. Army Men Advance. Barely remember playing that, so it's probably not that great. But yeah, some of my Game Boy games are missing. I really didn't have too many, but that's that. This massive beast right here, the Game Boy camera, and I looked in it, and I still have some really old pictures in there. The resolution's horrible, and you can barely see that it's a person, but it was really cool, really innovative at the time. I never got the printer. I really wanted it though. Virtualboy, I have Mario Tennis. One of the greatest games, one of the few games for Virtualboy. Tetris. I guess that's what that means. This was really cool. It was nothing special, but it was an awesome game. Wario Land, one of the greatest Virtualboy titles. That's not saying much, but it was really good. Vertical Force. This was a great game. What can I say about that? I don't know. Great game. Maybe I'll show some gameplay of that at some point. Unless you know Japanese, or this is golf. I just bought it because it was really cheap, and there was very limited Virtualboy titles. But it's just golf. I don't know anything about golf, and I can't read Japanese, so it kind of sucks. But and then Japanese baseball. It's baseball. It was decent. Again, it was Japanese, so I couldn't tell if I was winning or losing. And then I don't have it. I still left it in the console. But the greatest game, probably one of my favorite games for Virtualboy, was Nestor's Funky Bowling. It was just bowling, but I don't know. I really liked it a lot. And then right here we have some old school Nintendo tattoos. Don't know why I'm showing this, but you might find it interesting. I don't know how old these are, but I'm running out of time, so hope you enjoyed. Bye.